Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Roses Are Reddit, the official Reddit Bachelor podcast. I am your quality host, and with me tonight are Queen Overthrown, BacheloretteFan83 and Flopnia. Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
All right, so this week in Bachelor World, we had, it says week 2. It was week 2, right? It was week 3.
It was week 3.
Week 3. I'm an idiot.
We're already getting lost.
Already getting wrong. So we had 2 group dates, and we had a one-on-one.
Yeah.
So let's start with the first group date.
My most hated and also most favorite. I feel like there's a lot to say about this date.
So good, because we got a lot of time. So the first group date was the wrestling. So what everyone think about this date?
Yeah. It feels like a general kind of.
Why? So why?
I have mixed feelings about it. I think because I read the comments here first and then I watched it after, I expected it to be much worse than it was. But I don't know, like, there was something really awkward about it, and I think that they were trying to make it like a hypersexual type of thing, and that felt kind of weird to me. And I think Kenny ended up being the best part of it.
Oh, yeah, Kenny again. But they do that, I've noticed on a lot of seasons lately, there's always a wrestling date, and I hate it so much.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what was the one on Nick's
There was,
season?
like, dude one, and then there was one, I don't remember when it was, but they were, like, wrestling in mud or something.
That was Nick, that was the dude one.
That was the dude one.
That was the dude one.
There's another one. There was a sumo wrestling dude one.
Oh, right, there was.
On Caitlyn.
That was
season?
Yeah, that was Caitlyn, yeah.
And I mean, I don't know, every time it happens, I'm like, oh great, this again. Like, why? You know what I mean? And I do boxing, like, I love boxing, but it just feels so, I don't know, it just feels so silly and not in a fun way when they do it.
It always seems very degrading.
Degrading, sexual, like people.
Like this one, it was very, like, degrading.
Yeah, or like, yeah, just to try and make fun of people, and it's just not a fun time.
I mean, I will say I did like Bibiana's and
Tia.
because it was like kind of adorable. And
Yeah.
It really
and then
is.
like Tia at one point saying like, "I'm too pretty for this," and then she like slammed Bibiana down.
Yeah.
That was really funny.
That was cute. I like the friendship.
I think the one that
blossomed.
made me the most uncomfortable was Marique and Lauren B's.
Oh my god.
So embarrassing. I was cringing while I was watching that. Like I don't even know like how to explain how embarrassing that felt.
Yeah, the really
Okay.
sexual one.
Like the money, just
Because
like
Marique was supposed to be like the gold digger, but they should have just left it at that.
Yeah, exactly.
that was just
So uncomfortable.
everything, and like Bekah's sexy cat, like
And she kept hissing. I was like, we get
It
it.
wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
rawr,
It was just like,
rawr.
I think it
Rawr.
got taken down because of like how uncomfortable the other one was, but
It was so uncomfortable.
I feel like that Bekah and
Thank you.
Bekah,
Yes, thank you.
And Mikel's like fight was actually the best one in terms of what they were trying to achieve.
That's fair.
Because they really got into it. So I kind of respected that they actually were going for what they were supposed to be going for. But I don't know. Like overall, the date just kind of fell off for me. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't enjoying it.
And they didn't even like interact with Ari that much. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
What was the whole thing, like, Mikel's lunch lady thing? Like, what the hell was that? That, like, that just...
Honestly, if I was on that date, I would have done that one.
yeah, it was the least cute one.
It
though,
was
but
so out
it was
of
pretty
left
funny.
field. I was like, what the...
But I would have preferred like the silly costumes
Yeah.
over like the overly sexual ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Rawr. Rawr.
Amen.
Rawr.
God.
Rawr.
Is that ever?
I also like Jacqueline's, even though I don't understand what she was supposed to be.
What was she?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Who did she fight?
She fought Crystal.
Crystal.
She got wrecked by Crystal. Like,
Oh, where he was actually kind of
right.
beating her up. That was also uncomfortable. I was like, you know, this is a game, not like a.
this is real life.
You're not in the actual ring.
This is not fantasy. This is real life.
Ari wants a girl who knows how to wrestle and like be strong. So like,
Ew. No, I'm just kidding.
I was...
According to her.
I guess I just feel like it disrespects the art of, like, being in a ring or actually fighting, because it just seems like some show to be like, I'm really tough or I'm really cute, and I'm just like, nah, no.
It doesn't help that the Glow girls who were there were really unappealing.
They were not funny.
I get that they're supposed to be bitches because that's the whole shtick. Like if John Cena showed up, like he wouldn't be like, oh, like I'm John Cena who does like over 500 Make-A-Wish visits. It's like the you can't see me, like with the trumpets and the crazy stuff. But like they were just so over the top, like bitchy, that it was like really. I couldn't tell that it was an act.
Well, yeah, and it wasn't. I mean, I could because it was uncomfortable, but like.
That's the only reason.
This is the only word I have to describe this date.
I think the one part that bothered me the most was when they made fun of Bibiana's name.
Yes.
And they made her comment about her mom, and it's not okay.
Yeah.
And my thing is, like, okay, make jabs at them, but, like, keep their parents out of it. Because, like, you don't know. What if Bibiana's mom was, like, dead, or if she had a bad relationship with her or something, you know?
Yeah.
I completely agree. That was where I felt they really went wrong, because otherwise I kind of understood. They wanted the women to commit to what they were doing, and you could tell that some of them were just not wanting to commit to it. So in that sense, I understood, like, maybe not understood, but the negative encouragement, maybe they thought it would work. But when they started making fun of her name and her mother, that was just unnecessary. It went a little too far, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And when they started pulling Tia's ponytail, and it's just like, okay, how about you, like, show them the moves first and then, like, get snarky with them and get them hyped up.
Yeah. They did it in the wrong order.
Yeah, I was not a fan of them. Like, in terms of, like, quote-unquote celebrities, they were the worst. They weren't even the best on their own episode, like, although it's really hard to top. It's impossible to top Fred Willard, but, like, they were pretty bad.
And it just actually reminded me of last season with Rachel, like, who she had on her third episode was Ellen, and this is what we got for Ari. It just felt like a disparity there.
That's fair. That happens
Like
in a lot of seasons.
Rachel, we had, like, Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher.
And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, like, the level of guests were just, I think they went so high last season that anything this season would have been, like, not as great. But this was definitely not great. These Glow women were just not, you know, they made everything really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Sorry. Didn't they have, like, Kevin Hart and Ice Cube or whatever?
That was for Nick. That was for Ben H's season.
Yeah.
And they had the Backstreet Boys for Nick.
Oh, yeah. Dang, they're really not doing so well so far with the celebrity guest appearances.
Maybe they'll have more. I mean, like, I don't think it's out of the ordinary. They're going to Tahoe next, so it's not inconceivable that they won't find
One last thing. Like the most from the Discord is
one.
Okay, so one more thing about Bekah. I noticed during the episode, it kept cutting back to her saying, oh, it's just a joke. Like, this is how wrestling is. It's our box wrestling. Mm-hmm. It's not a big deal. Like, they just need to get over it kind of thing. And that was just a little bit annoying because I felt like I don't know if they were just giving her kind of a bad edit. Maybe she was just, I don't know, trying to be like, everyone calm down and have a good time. But it seemed a little bit rude. If people feels uncomfortable about it, then she should just be like, I don't know. She could have went a different way about saying it.
Can we talk about how Bekah, during the nighttime on that date, she was talking to Ari about stuff, and she mentioned that her last real relationship was, like, serious. It was, like, for 3 years, and it was 3 years ago. So that means that she was dating him in high school.
Yeah, and then someone else here had, they were talking about someone found an Instagram post from her.
Oh, yeah, someone on the sub found her Instagram, and the last picture that she posted with her boyfriend was in 2014.
Yeah, so they were dating. They
And
started.
she graduated high school in 2013, so it seems like maybe they tried to, like, make it work. But...
Yeah, which is fine. Like, I'm not saying that that's terrible or anything, but it's like, it seems a little too soon to be like, I need to go on national television to find love.
I mean,
when you had, like, one serious partner.
Here's my take. All of this just kind of points to what I've been saying about Bekah all along, that she tries to pass off her life experiences to make her seem more mature than she is, which is fine. I mean, like, everybody does that, but it's like you're basically trying to say that you're more mature than these 27, 28-year-old women who have had just more life experience than you and have had more things. Like, if you're making the assertion that, like, oh, this one super rich girl who's lived in a bubble her entire life, maybe you've had more life experience than her. Yeah, maybe. But, like, I think in general, it's a bad idea and a bad decision to be like, yeah, like, I know more than you. Like, what are you doing, like, girl from rural Arkansas, like, buck the fuck up and get over it. It's like, no, like, you shut up. Like, I'd be fucking pissed if someone 5 years younger than me was like, I know more than you, deal with it. I'd punch them in their face.
Okay, anger.
Well, it's not, it's like, I can understand, like, at least my dislike from Bekah does not come from, like, oh, like, she's, like, precocious or spunky. It's like, she's 22 and she tries to act like she's 30 and she tries to tell these other people how to live their lives. And it's like, you have zero, like, in general.
The fact that she's doing that is more immature.
Yeah. Well, the fact that she's doing it is bad, but the fact that she's doing it while trying to pass off her experiences as being more than they are just really screams kind of like super immature to me.
But I feel like we say this every time. Yeah. I don't know.
It's just like, I genuinely do not understand the Bekah love. Like, I just don't.
Can we also talk about Crystal?
Yes.
And her one-on-one time?
Oh, yeah, so much to say about Crystal. Really quick, though, I do want to mention this from earlier, but one more thing about Bekah, and then I'm done. But she, a theory on, I think it was the subreddit, but I can't remember who posted it, was that she is a producer plant, which usually when we pick producer plants, I don't pick someone like her, like a front runner. But basically their theory was that she is an actress and she's just there to get recognition, but then also the producers wanted her there to, like, spice stuff up. I don't know, whatever. And then the reason that she is so calm around Ari and not afraid to really be herself is because she really doesn't have a huge stake in the show or in love or being with Ari. And since she doesn't feel anything, or it makes her more fearless and not afraid to kind of be herself. So I just thought that was an interesting theory because I don't think that's really been said about many people. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to bring that up. Okay, now we can go on to
Crystal. So, Flopnia, you have Crystal thoughts.
Like, when they started talking, they were, like, whispering, and it was very uncomfortable. That, like, sexy baby voice with him, even though she talks normally with the other girls.
Relatively.
And then she was like, so I don't know what to do on these group dates. Do I, like, be more aggressive or like, just be myself? And then he was just like, just be you. And then she took it as, oh, I need to be more assertive and aggressive with him.
Yeah, she was like, I need to be assertive. And I'm like, I think you're plenty assertive.
During her ITM, I was like, no, Crystal, that's not what he meant.
He was like, just be chill. And she was like, I think it's time to not be chill.
The more that, so, like, initially when she was doing her thing, I thought, oh, she's just super naive. Like she's just stupid. But the more that I watch her, the more that I'm convinced that she's not stupid. She tries to be assertive and tries to be, like, cute and coy, and she just sucks at it. Like,
yeah, maybe that's why it's a little bit weird, is because her personalities don't really match up. I'm like, her outward portrayal of herself and who she is inwardly do not match up. Maybe that's a better way to put it.
I feel like maybe she's just, like, kind of two-faced.
I guess that's the word for it.
But he likes it. You know, like, you can tell he likes her.
Oh, yeah, he does. But I'm like, what is it about it?
I actually don't think that he does.
I think he does.
I don't think he does. I think he likes other people.
I really don't think he does.
I think he likes other people way, way more.
See,
well, maybe it's not her, but I said this on the board earlier today. There's something about, like, when you're the lead, there's something kind of intoxicating about being wanted that much. You know, early on. And she kind of gives him that kind of positive encouragement, like, I'm really into you. And so in a way, she's kind of like a safe place to be. because you can always rely on her to be reciprocating any kind of feeling or anything that he may be having for her, or anything, like any positive encouragement. She'll give it to him.
Woo, thirsty bitches.
So, like, I feel like maybe he likes the idea of, like, a woman kind of, like, him.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe from, like, their one-on-one date where she talked to him about her, like, experience about not having, like, a good family.
I definitely agree with
He's
that.
like, oh, I want to, like, give that to her.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that also because I think from his previous season that he was on, he was definitely, like, a lot more vulnerable, and you can tell, I don't know, maybe he's a little bit more used to doting on women, and it probably gives him a nice confidence boost to have someone feel that much towards him so soon.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's comforting.
God, she just sucks.
I feel like we're just overanalyzing that, but it's good.
She just sucks so much. Like,
I can't stand her voice. No, like, when she was reading the last group date card, I actually had to mute my TV. Do you love it?
I'm living for
I
that.
muted my TV during that entire, like, 30 seconds.
You were like, it was
And
worth
she
it.
talks so much. Like, she cannot shut up about when people leave. She has to explain everything and pretend like she knows.
During the cocktail party after the group date, she
whispered.
did you guys get time with Ari? And it's like,
No.
she's trying to be condescending.
The thing that got me is
She's trying to pull it off as, like,
she comes back from her
and stuff, but then it just comes off as condescending.
Mm-hmm.
She comes back from her time with Ari after the group date. She just whispers like, "Can I sneak in here?" It's like, who are you whispering to? There's nobody else in the room but you and these other people. You don't have to fucking whisper. Why are you whispering? Like, just talk in a normal voice, like a normal human being. Like, I don't get it. It just,
Guys, thanks
She claims that it was her losing her voice, but, like, it's not just, like, also her speech patterns.
Yeah.
her existence. Just leave it at that. Ugh. God. Let's move on to the one-on-one date, which actually might be more depressing. Tex wants me to give special props to Lauren S. We'll do more later, but that's my love from Tex. Lauren S. love. I feel so bad for this girl. She got shafted hard. Like, I feel so bad for her, you know? It was like, that's one of the worst edits I've ever seen on a one-on-one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think the other one is, do you remember Jillian from Chris Soules' season?
No, I didn't watch this season.
It's that levels of bad, but this one was worse. Because the thing that got me is, like, I knew that it was so cringy when he, like, looks at his food and starts eating, and I'm like, oh.
I know, I was like, he's eating, this is it.
It's over.
I think the other that I thought was super cringy, maybe not as, like, cringy as this, but it was Jack Stone and Rachel.
Oh, that was
God,
awesome.
yeah.
Lock ourselves in a room and just talk, and it's like I maybe I understood what he was saying, but it came off creepy, and it was just, ugh.
I know
Oh
you.
God, I remember that she didn't want to kiss him because she was sick. And she made out with so many guys that week anyways.
I know your dad. Let's be together. I feel so bad for her because I think that every one of us can relate to what she did. That awkward, like, oh fuck, I'm talking too much. Like,
But, like,
I feel like maybe it was like I would, like, open up, so she just, like, completely just spilled everything.
yeah, she was like, this is my only chance. And she's probably been thinking for so long about what she would say on a one-on-one.
so she said everything.
She should know this is The Bachelor. They
And the
don't
worst
like
part
it when
is,
you
like,
talk too much.
She knew what she was doing. Like, in her ITM, she was like, I am just, like, giving, like, word diarrhea.
It's like that
It's not going well.
It's like that bit from Mean Girls with the word vomit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can
I
you
think
not?
part of the problem is, so So Ari is a very physical person. I think that
No kidding.
His love language is very much in the physicality of it. And she was not really, I guess, as open to that as some of the other women have been. I mean, I know she was like holding his hand and grabbing his arm, but there was not a lot of chemistry there. And I think that for Ari, it's really important for the physical part to be there. And so, you know, in the conversation, when normally like they would be kissing or, you know, just looking at each other, she wasn't doing that. So she just kept talking and talking and talking, and it was just really awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, they barely touched. I think the most they did was hold hands.
Yeah.
But, like, it was a very awkward handle. When I was watching, like, the beginning part of their date, when they were just, like, sitting and eating, like, cheese and crackers and drinking wine, when they're, like, having that conversation about, like, oh, I go to bed really early and I wear cardigans, like,
You're like,
some
wow.
kind of chemistry, but it felt more of, like, they would be more of, like, best friends, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like an actual first date, whereas this is
Right.
an accelerated process, and you need to get from A to like D and then D to like J really quickly, and they were still on A to B, you know? I think that was really the problem. There just wasn't any like physicality, and I think Ari needs to have that. You can see it with all the girls, like when there's a lull in conversation or when they don't know really what to talk about, there's really no awkwardness because there's a kiss there waiting to happen.
Yeah, but that's...
With Lauren S., there was nothing, you know? They had nothing to fill those moments.
I feel so bad, though, because I don't think about it, but just you saying that right now made me think, like, if I just met someone, like, they haven't talked at all, basically. This is the first time that they're ever even really meeting each other, and then you're just supposed to have, like, this... I don't know, I would feel uncomfortable just making out with someone on live TV without feeling anything for them.
You never heard of MOI?
Huh?
Make out on introduction?
Oh, my bad. Obviously not, because I had no idea what that abbreviation was. I'm not saying that there shouldn't be chemistry there, because I totally get that, but oh god, that would feel uncomfortable.
So
I mean, it's hard. It's not for everybody, and you know, when I was watching that, I was just thinking to myself, this show isn't really for someone like Lauren S. And it's not a bad thing. You know? Some of the people on this show, you know, they go really quickly, very fast. They go from A to Z really fast, but you know, it just wasn't her thing. She wasn't able to get to the point where, you know, where she could show him the physicality that he may have needed at that moment. And, I mean, that's okay, but it did... The way they edited it, I know he said something back to her. I know he was responding to her, and they just cut all of that out and made it look like, you know, he just let her blab on forever, and I don't think that's really what happened.
Yeah. The producers really did a lot of the girls dirty this episode in terms of the edits. We'll talk about that with Bibiana a little bit later, but it is definitely there. I think that, you know, I've seen these dates before, and it's always awkward. I just feel really bad for her. Like, I don't really know.
It just is what it is. There's nothing more to say about it. It was just awkward. And
we also talk about how they played Claire de Lune.
Oh, did they really? Was that what it is?
We had him like staring out that window.
Is it sad?
Because I knew that I was proud of myself because I instantly knew it was Claire de Lune, but I was embarrassed because I only knew that it was that song because of Twilight.
I was just about to say, is it bad that immediately when you said it was that, I was like, is it bad that I only know that because of Twilight?
Hey, there's nothing wrong with knowing some Debussy.
I guess.
So, yeah, it sucks.
Also, I've never seen anyone react to, like, someone being sent home, like, when they get their luggage. I've never seen a reaction like that from the group.
They're like, oh my god!
I'm crying. Yeah.
It's like, I think that this group, especially with Jenna's exit and the way that Caroline kind of acted, I feel like this group is playing up the friendship a little more. Like, I'm not saying that they're not friends, and I'm not saying that they're not, like, close. I'm just saying that, like, you guys have been living in a house together for the better part of, like, a week, and you guys are, like, biffles already. Like, Not that that's
I mean,
bad.
I guess like when you're stuck in a house together 24/7, it's like you kind of have to be close.
You're like hostages, you know? You gotta rely on each other.
Oh, how nice.
Except you're stuck there.
Yeah.
I think that that Stockholm Syndrome by Muse should be the opening intro song for today. I'll make that happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of weird. She started, like, was it Caroline, I think it was? She started crying, and of course then Crystal explaining to everybody what was going on, even though they realized what was going on. And
Yeah, you're like, okay, girl.
Crystal, we get it.
Maybe, here's my theory. She's trying to become a producer on the show.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding.
She doesn't...
No, it was really funny when Caroline was like, oh, she's up on her high horse just because she met his dog.
I love Caroline. She's got that inner masshole. That
Massachusetts.
That really resonates with me. When she started throwing down on Crystal, I was just like, yup, I like you. I was like a little bit iffy, but like...
I really dig her. I didn't think I would after reading her bio, but she's really cool. I like the face that she was serving when she was talking about Crystal. I really like her. I want to see more of her. I just don't know.
I follow her on Twitter, and I love her.
Good.
She's going to be great to replace Bibiana, I think.
I love her and Bekah K's friendship.
Oh, yeah.
Truly. Like, if who Ari picks at the end, Caroline and Bekah K are the true love story that came out of this.
Yeah, regardless of who wins, Bekah K and Caroline forever. So, group date 2, speaking of Bekah K, this dog training thing, I guess, I don't know what the hell this was. Fred Willard was there. I got to do some Best in Show references. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was a cool guest.
Yeah.
I love Fred Willard. You could even tell that Chris Harrison was just like, I am way out of my element with this man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. We could talk about Fred Willard for the entirety of this podcast, and I'd be totally okay with it.
We could talk about Best in Show.
Oh, my God. That movie is so funny. I was like, it's when they started doing the dog show, I was like, they have to have someone from Best in Show on this episode. And then Fred Willard showed up, and I was like, there it is.
I feel weird because I've never seen that movie, but no, I feel like I have to.
You have to.
You have to. You have to watch.
You should watch. So it's made by the guys who did Spinal Tap, and another.
I don't know what Spinal Tap is.
What? Okay, so these are. It's like a mockum. These guys do like mockumentaries. So Spinal Tap is about a rock band in the 80s. And Best in Show is about following a couple of different families as they present their dogs at the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show. They have another one called A Mighty Wind, which is really funny about country folk singers. Definitely check these out. These guys, the guy who does them all is named Christopher Guest, and he's hilarious.
Oh, gosh.
So funny.
And the movie has all these people that, you're going to look at and be like, oh, I know that person. Oh, I know that
Exactly.
person. It's full of, these great character actors.
It's so great. I love it.
Yeah.
Definitely Best in Show is...
I feel weird about this date. I don't know. It's just, a little more entertaining, but it was just a complete mess. And then they had, that one girl come up on the stage, and then when they took her off, she was, crying.
It was so weird. I was watching it, and I just felt so disconnected from reality. I was like, am I actually watching this, or is this...
Initial group dates are just one big joke, and meh.
They can be good. The Derby date was great.
Yeah.
I think that this one was just a total dud.
Both of the dates were just
enough.
awful.
It was just I don't know.
I think the rest
of it went really quickly, yeah. And you know what? Is this the date that Dean and Alex showed up at?
Yes.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Apparently one of them was wearing a shirt or something like that.
Oh, wow. I did not
see... shirt?
A shirt.
A what shirt?
It was a shirt or something like that.
He was wearing, Alex had done Peter's boot camp, and he had gotten a shirt from it, so he put that on underneath his shirt, and they actually went there to tape for Alex's little mockumentary of The Bachelor. So he and Dean were there to like use the sets, and apparently they got approval for it. But he was also wearing that shirt just to troll.
Ugh.
Weird.
Well, they didn't give them screen time.
Yeah.
Because I'm done with them.
No, don't you know you get to see Dean on Winter Games?
Forgot about that. I was trying to block that out.
The good news is
At this rate, he's gonna have a 4th show in a year if he gets the lead. Also,
he's not gonna
Please
get
don't make that happen.
he's not gonna get the lead.
I hope they cast good guys for this Bachelorette season so that one of them could be the Bachelor.
Yeah. I do not want Dean.
I don't know. I think he'd be a fun lead.
Dean?
I don't necessarily.
Deanie baby?
Yeah.
I mean, I think he'd be like. I guess I'd have to not think about anything he did prior, but he'd be pretty charming, I think, or at least a little bit more interesting than the guys that've been casted lately.
But the whole time they'd be like, is he ready to find love?
Yeah, but that was the thing with Ben, because they're both the same age.
Well, it's not about his age, though. It's about his past.
It's about, like, Dean doesn't even believe in marriage, apparently, so...
Then why the hell was he on the show?
I remember his answer to that was like, I think marriage is like a religious sham. However, if I want to get married, and then just talk.
So he was like bullshitting for the show.
Thinking face.
Like, he's like, I think marriage is BS, but if I do get married.
Wow. I don't know. I think that RA is in a similar position, right? Because he used to hang out with Jeff Holm and date all the girls who were much younger than he was, so...
I feel like if you actually are someone who doesn't want to get married just because you just aren't into it, you're so much more respectful about it. So I feel like he's just saying that to like try and seem cool. Like, I'm a cool boy and I don't like marriage.
I'm a cool boy.
Because most people, if you don't, you're just like, that's not really my thing and I don't really feel like doing it. But, I mean, it's whatever. You know what I mean? But other people, yeah. So, I don't know. Just into his persona.
He did say one time that if he gets married, that he would take his wife's last name instead of...
Ooh, how cool. So original.
How progressive of him.
Yeah.
Who even got the group date, Rose?
I don't feel like we saw. Oh, okay.
Wait, who was it?
I remember, they had, like, him and Becca K's one-on-one time, and then she was like,
oh, it was
I'm so content, I'm definitely falling for him.
No, that was the wrestling date.
No, that was
the dog date.
No, Becca. Oh, Bekah K? No, I thought it was.
Bekah K was on the dog date.
No, Chelsea got it. Oh, Chelsea got it.
Yeah, but Bekah K was
just
like
explaining like the
she was like, it felt so good.
Show it, but I was saying like they did.
Yeah.
Chelsea got the group date, Rose. I was so unsure as to who that was.
Yeah.
I honestly thought Bekah K was gonna get it, but maybe that's just because I love her.
Yeah, and the editing too, probably.
Chelsea has like become slightly less annoying as the show's gone on. I'm not a fan of this.
Yeah, I feel like her fault is just like her just talking about how she's a mom all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they got the one-on-one date card, she was just like, I know I'm gonna get it because I'm a mom, and it's like, stop.
Yeah. She's
kind of intense,
but from what I can tell, she's friends with everybody. Like there's no one that seems to hate her post-show. So I think whatever it was on the show, they kind of just got over it, or it wasn't bothering anybody else as much as it bothers the audience.
Yeah,
True.
I feel like
or she didn't make it apparent, really.
Yeah, I feel like her biggest fault is that she tries really hard to justify her existence on the show. It's like, I don't care that you want, like, it's like the Juelia argument. It's like, oh, like, I'm important because I'm a mom. It's like, no, if you want to go on the show, go on the show. Like, you live your best life, girl. Like, don't let anybody tell you different.
It's just you're more than, like, being a mom is wonderful and spectacular and hard work and all that good stuff. But, like, you don't need to bring it up 24/7. Like, you are your own person. Mm-hmm. Don't rely on that one thing to get you through being in a relationship with somebody, because it shouldn't be the one thing.
You do you, boo.
Yeah. So
that's the message.
That's why it's
also, I feel like some of her actions are like in an Instagram story, she said that like she didn't have cable until she was done with The Bachelor, so that she could watch herself on The Bachelor. So, and she said that she never saw the show before, so maybe
Whoops.
A little naive, I guess.
How do you...
Oh, interesting.
So I think it was Quick Dry who brought this up, but it was on the sub. It's like, when you have like 35 seasons of catalog and a show that's been running for 20 years, maybe you might want to take a peek at what you're getting into.
But also,
to saying that she should have taken a peek at it.
But also, why would you go on a show and that has had a bunch of seasons and not look? Like, why would you put yourself in that if you have no idea?
I guess if like someone nominates you or something, maybe someone nominated her.
Yeah, how often do you think that actually happens and they really go on?
I think it happens.
Unless they didn't want to.
It happened with Charlene.
Or unless they wanted to already.
I think that I know Charlene, that happened with her. Lee was just like in a coffee house in Nashville and someone found him and was like, oh, hey, like, you should be on The Bachelorette.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I think it was the same for Josiah, too, right?
Huh?
I think that was the same for Josiah, too.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
he was in a coffee shop or something like that.
Okay, everyone go hang out at coffee shops right now and look real Bachelorette-ish. No, I'm just kidding.
I love
I
Josiah.
feel like normally it's like the Bachelorette that get nominated because the main demographic for the show is women, so they're more likely to sign up themselves, whereas the men.
Yeah.
Wow, your guys don't want to go on The Bachelorette and compete with 29 other men for one woman? I'm shocked.
Shooketh.
Shooketh. I like that. So
I have been shaken.
So let's move on to the cocktail party.
Wait, can we talk about the group date? One more thing. Annalise and her dog fear.
Oh my god.
The flashback was beautiful.
This is what convinced me she's a producer plant. Like,
everyone's a producer plant.
No, like, one date, I get. Like, bumper cars, it's dumb, but whatever. Who cares? 2 dates in a row, I'm like, all right.
She strikes me as the person that, like, you don't go out with very much because she's scared of everything, and you're just like, all right, we get it.
She's an actor. She is an actor. Like, I'm going to say this. This isn't the last time I'm saying it because she got sent home. But she is an actor. Like, that is her job. She's written stuff and been in movies. Like, I don't believe this. And
yeah, I had a hard time believing it after a while because, you know, what would the next thing have been? Like, the next day, and then she would have found something else to be afraid about.
That would have been really entertaining, though.
The word Tahoe scares me, and I don't want to go there. I'm sorry.
Not going on this home date.
To be fair, she actually does have scars. She showed it on one of her Instagram stories.
All right.
Okay,
fair
whatever.
And now the last 10 photos of her with dogs. Her with the dog filter on her face.
So she's not that scared of dogs, then, yeah.
Stop with your facts.
No, the thing about Tahoes is she would be like, I don't like Tahoe, I'm scared of Tahoe because I got in an accident with the Tahoe once, would be way more believable.
Whatever. I mean, like, there's nothing that you could say that would be like, unless you were like, I got held up at gunpoint at Lake Tahoe. I'd be like, okay, that one I get. But, like, it wouldn't be that. It would be like, it'd be like, I got dumped by a guy whose name was Tahoe, and it just really scared me.
Okay, so, like, about the dog trauma... Like, I do think that, like, a fear of dogs is a legitimate fear. I was afraid of dogs for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if you get attacked by a dog, like, it's a legitimate fear.
Oh, yeah, it is, but I still want to make fun of her.
Because it was followed up by, like, the bumper car trauma, and then
they
just made it
do
seem,
it a
like, very
disservice.
ridiculous.
And they do it a disservice with the reenactment. Like, I love those reenactments, but when you do that, it's mock-worthy. Like, it's intentionally mock-worthy. They're doing it on purpose to make you laugh.
It was funny for, like, the bumper car thing, because that is, like, a very... Even if it is, like, a legitimate fear, it's still, like, a kind of silly fear, but...
But, like, even the way they directed it, though. Like, the way they directed it, like, they had the dog there growling and everything. I feel like they were trying to make people laugh, because it kind of was misplaced. I agree with you. I think that, like, having a fear of animals, dogs, it makes sense. But the way they were dramatizing it, I don't think they wanted us to take it seriously.
I know, but I was just saying, like, why, like, I think that she's kind of full of shit. And after her appearance on Almost Famous podcast, do you think she is?
Yeah.
Someone posted a recap of it on the sub. I could pull it up and read it if you want.
How long is it?
A breakdown of what?
Recap, it's just like... What'd you say?
A breakdown of what?
Of her appearance on the Almost Famous podcast.
Oh. Yeah. She should come on this podcast if she just like does the podcast.
She wants to go on it.
Okay, that's the gist of it. Not shocked. Okay.
She wants to date guys within Bachelor Nation. Like, she's excited about it.
That's weird.
I've never heard that.
She named Nick and Peter, and I think there was one other guy.
Oh,
Nick?
BB, Nick is taken.
Nick is
and then
taken.
Amy made a joke about how, like, Ashley Ice Face was like...
Nick is
I
taken.
don't know, because she just had a traumatic experience with one bachelor. She's really has to go for married now.
Oh my goodness.
No, and then the other thing she said on there was, like, by the time he sent her home, and how, like, talking to Ari was, like, pulling teeth, and I'm like, girl, you were, like, thirsty to, like, kiss him this entire time. Don't act like you're above him or the show or something. Like,
yeah.
Ari, she's fake. Like, even if she's not a producer plant, she's full of crap.
All right. So, let's move on to the cocktail party. The interesting thing I think from this is Bibiana got totally shafted here.
Oh, God.
That was awesome.
No, it wasn't.
Well, it wasn't just her. Like, I feel like they did Ari so dirty with that setup, too, because they had Bibiana, like, fix that up, and then I don't feel like it was accidental for him to come upon that without Bibiana being there.
Right, but he straight up lied. One girl was like, "Oh, you did this for me," and he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Fuck you, Ari! No, you didn't."
God.
I feel like the producers did tell him to, like, sit there and whatnot, but, like, I don't know.
But maybe I don't think they told him that Bibiana set it up for him.
Probably not.
They didn't tell him that she set it up, but, like, they just told him, like, hey, you should take the ladies over there and whatnot.
That has to be brought up on After the Final Rose.
I think they were trying to get, like, a...
They were trying to bait her. That was bait.
As soon as she said, like, this is going to happen here, they went and someone ran interference and they got every other girl lined up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Out you go.
Yeah.
They wanted to bait her into a reaction, and thank God. I think that was very mature of her to be like, yeah, like, no, I'm not
stupid.
I'm not playing your stupid games. It still sucks though.
Such a them move.
Yeah. And then there was the whole Annalise kissing thing.
Was that the one who got on his lap and, like, took off her shoes?
No.
I actually, like, died of laughter when he, like, was like, I just don't think we're there yet. And I was like, dude, you've made out with, like, almost every single girl.
Oh.
He has. He's made out.
He has made out with every single girl.
He's made out with 12 on camera.
And then afterwards, like, after their interaction, they show him, like, making out with Jenna, and, like, her straddling him and whatnot. It was just like, my God.
He's not
part
there.
Part of me felt kind of bad because, I mean, it was clear that he wasn't into her, and then the other girls were telling her to confront him. But if it had been me in that position and I saw him, like, I knew that he was kissing everyone else, I would kind of get the point already. Like, I wouldn't even have to talk to him again about it. I would just know. Yeah.
I'd be out. I'd just be like, bye, later.
Like, leave with dignity. Don't, like, go back there and try to figure it out. He clearly is not into you. If he's kissing, I don't know how many people are left, 16, 17 girls, but you're not one of them.
Leave with dignity. Do it for the fantasy points. Come on. Like, that's the take home.
She needed her own mic drop moment, and she didn't opportunize on that, so.
No.
Yeah. And then Bekah helped herself to another, like, 5-hour makeout session with Ari.
Yeah.
Oh, God. He's really into her, though. He's really, really into her.
Yeah.
I know the age difference is a little weird, but, like them together in a way. Like, I know that it's not going to work out in the long run.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. I appreciate.
I agree. The best chemistry is with her, in my opinion. Like, I know that people are feeling other people, but for me, the most natural connection is with her.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Yep. I don't know why. I don't know what it is that's making it. Maybe it's because she's so outgoing and confident, but they just seem to click. And I'm not even really grossed out about the age difference. Like, I don't even think about it. It's just more so like if she doesn't win and I was seeing that, I would be kind of worried.
I mean, given her age and given the age of women that Ari has supposedly dated when he was hanging with Jeff, I feel like she's right in his wheelhouse.
It doesn't bother me either because I probably wouldn't think about it if they didn't mention it every 5 seconds. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I guess I didn't like her for other reasons, and it's bleeding through on the show for me because if I just saw her on the show, I think it's awesome how she's so comfortable with him and not afraid to tease and joke around and stuff. But
I just wish she wasn't such an annoying person.
Okay, I don't know. Yeah, but I agree with the fact that they definitely have the most chemistry. It seems like.
Yeah. So.
I also love that she was like kind of calling him out and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you girls that wanna whatnot. That's probably why you like mom so much.
Yeah.
Someone made a comment about that today that was cracking me up, and I really wanted to share it. It was Masala Dosas, and she said that Bekah talks like she's a protagonist in her own little free-form drama show. I don't need you. It's scary for you to know that I don't need you. And it's exactly right. She does sound like she belongs on ABC Family as, like, a protagonist.
Oh, yeah. It's such a line.
Oh, God.
I remember Diggy, he tweeted something like, Bekah seems like the type of person that would help you hide a body and then help find the body.
Oh, yeah. That's so good.
Diggy's tweets are on point.
Diggy's tweets, by the way, if you guys aren't following him, you need to be following him. He's so funny.
That's awesome. Okay, I will. I'm convinced.
He's great. So, do you agree with Bibiana getting sent home? She was the only one in the rose ceremony who got sent home.
I know. I really liked her, and I thought she was so pretty and for the most part, like, normal and chill. And I don't know, I just kind of wanted to see her go a little bit further. But it just wasn't happening.
I'm sad that she went home, but since she's going to be on Winter Games, and she's definitely going to be on Bachelor in Paradise, I'm fine with it.
I definitely don't see her with Ari, so I guess that's fine, you know.
I'm kind of mixed with her. Like, I like some of her moments. I enjoyed the part with her and Tia praying.
Yes.
Because everyone else got to play with dogs. I thought that was really cute.
Funny.
They had like a cute little friendship.
Yeah, but last week I was not feeling her because I feel like you shouldn't be announcing your mic drops. I found that really cheesy. I liked her calling Crystal out, but then ending it like that kind of just threw me off. So I'm kind of mixed with her. And I feel like she was made for the side shows, like for Bachelor in Paradise and Winter Games.
I think she got one of the more... I feel bad for her because in terms of people getting crappy edits or getting edits that make them look a certain way, she definitely got we're going to edit her as the stereotypical fiery Latina.
Yeah.
And that really hurt her. I think that outside of that, she seems like someone who'd be great, and like I wish she would have stayed, but like I'm kind of glad that she's gone, if only so that they can stop with this stupid edit because it's so annoying and it drives me nuts. At least that's my take.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
So who gets sent home next week, do you think?
Oh God, there's so many women I could think of leaving. Ari's not very good at hiding how he feels and who he feels it for.
You can definitely tell by his body language that he's into someone. Like if he's not like or more than an inch apart from them, he's not into them.
He'll like kiss everybody, but yeah, I agree. There are other nonverbal cues there that makes it pretty obvious who he's really feeling. And I can only think of like maybe 5 or 6 girls he's really feeling. So everyone else can just leave at this point.
I think that I think Ashley goes home. I think Mikkel goes home. I think
Marique.
I think Marique as well. And
Brittany?
Brittany. Texas girl.
Mm-hmm. Who else is left? Is it Jenny or Jenna? I don't know
Jenna.
her names.
Jenna.
Yeah, I think she's gone.
Yeah.
Are there any more Laurens left?
Lauren Burnham.
No, I think she may actually stay. I actually had something to point out about her that I thought was interesting. They were talking about who was the last one to kiss him, and I was intrigued that it was actually Lauren B. that was the last one of the girls to kiss him. And we haven't really seen a lot of her, but when we do see her, they seem really into each other.
I feel like she's gonna be like a black horse.
Dark horse.
Dark horse, whatever.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, I just thought that was intriguing because I remember like Marique was saying she was the last one to kiss him, and then they're like, no, it's Lauren. And I was kind of surprised just because I felt like from what I had seen earlier, they seemed kind of close together, what we were talking about body language, and I was kind of surprised that she was the last one to kiss him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. I hadn't thought of that.
I just need to tune in really quick. I am now following Diggy, and I do have to say I'm going to be following him, or I'm going to be reading his tweets the next episode because they are brilliant.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah.
So
he also likes Bibiana, so I am now a fan of him.
Yeah.
We're good now.
Oh my god, I would
ship it. I ship it.
Oh,
Bibiana to go on Bachelor in Paradise and then Diggy to go back and have them date.
I ship it.
I would love that.
I ship it.
I ship it. I ship it.
Oh god, I love that video. It's so funny.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Anyways, so a bit of non-show related news. Our very own Nick Viall has finally made it. He made it. He is dating a real live celebrity person.
Can I say? Oh wait, we should probably say who it is.
It's Miss completely characterless herself, January Jones.
Okay, wait. Someone, please tell me if this is a thing. But I could have sworn she was on some late night talk show. Was it her?
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't know, I have a crush on him.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden they were dating. Okay.
This was her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta.
Start out with that, and then
Yeah.
The story is that
Her to
they
do,
contacted her. Yeah.
then he challenged her to do a lip sync battle.
Yeah.
And I think she turned it down,
Oh damn.
but
it doesn't
I
matter
guess
because they're
they're
dating.
dating now.
I do think they seem like they go together better than him and Vanessa.
I mean, I don't know, I've never seen them interact, so like I wouldn't be able to tell.
I just feel
She's
like
such a messy individual, by the way, gossip-wise. Like, I've been following this woman for years.
really.
Yeah,
and
she used to be married.
She's a mess,
Yeah,
gossip-wise.
she used to be married to Ashton Kutcher, right?
Like, first of all, no one can identify the father of her baby. And there has been so much speculation about whether it was a married director, whether it was someone from SNL.
Oh my gosh, seriously?
It was, she's a sperm donor, and she like deliberately prolongs that drama, like intentionally. She prolongs it, and then she had a thing with Bobby Flay.
Ew.
Yeah.
Wow, that was really loud.
Sorry, it just came out of me.
They got into a car crash. This is a rumor, but I remember seeing this. They got into a car crash, and she was a passenger, and she ran from the scene of the crime so she wouldn't be caught with him when eventually, like, the news caught up or the police showed up.
Wait, isn't Bobby Flay married?
He was married, and they have like a messy thing going on, and she was one of the people that he was accused of cheating with, and that was the story that was brought up.
Oh, I love
believe
this.
that was the story. Like, maybe it's a mess in my mind, but I do remember that story, like, very clearly with her.
Okay, so basically more to come with Nick.
Medman will never be the same.
I know,
Okay, actually, quick try, you need to settle this for me. So, I was talking with my friend, I was joking with him, and I said that if I was a New Zealander, I would pronounce Madmen, Medmen. Is this correct?
That's pretty much it.
Yes.
You actually nailed it.
Wait, really?
Yes, Medmen. I'm gonna send him this clip, and he's gonna be so mad.
All right.
Okay, thank you for settling that bet. That was... So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's move to our final segments. So we're gonna do something we call the Rose of the Week. So we give this to someone in Bachelor Nation and one person in our sub who have really kind of gone above and beyond the Call of Duty or done something good or look nice in a picture or something like that. I don't know.
Good job on looking like you.
Yeah.
Or not like you.
So I would like it to be known, or Tex would like it to be known, that he nominates Lauren S. for his Rose of the Week. He didn't say why, he just said Lauren S. is his Rose of the Week.
Oh, okay.
He likes her.
Mysterious man.
He likes her, so that's why.
Aw.
I ship it.
I ship it.
Yeah.
I ship it. Okay.
So does anyone else have a Rose of the Week?
Oh, go ahead.
I would like to give mine to Diggy just for his tweets.
Fair.
I like it.
If I think of anyone, I'm probably just going to say Diggy because,
I don't
I'm
even
going
know.
to co-sign that because he kind of got me through this episode. I have made it no secret that I don't really enjoy Ari that much, and the season's kind of dragging for me, but watching...
It's only the third episode.
Like, reading his tweets, kind of gets me through it.
That's fair.
Okay, I'm going for either the casting agent or Annalise's handler. Just
Oh my god.
That's wrecked. So...
do I get to say mine?
Yes, you do. No, you don't.
I'm going for Bibiana because I love her, and that's all. And I feel bad that she did all that.
I can't think of
wait,
anyone.
who you cut out of that?
Oh, I said I give my rose to Bibiana because she didn't get one this week, so she can have mine.
I'm going to give my in-sub nomination to Bite White for posting the picture of the dog in the bumper cars and tagging it as Annalise's worst nightmare.
Oh my gosh, that's perfect.
Congratulations to you, Bite White, for winning our sub Rose of the Week.
Get it.
So now we're going to do a segment we call Limo Exit of the Week. This is usually reserved for people in Bachelor Nation who've done something really stupid or fucked up. But we have a special treat for you because someone in our subs is even scummier than everyone in Bachelor Nation put together and has been PMing spoilers to everyone. And to you, I say, I hope that your internet access gets revoked by someone because you need to be
You're not
grounded.
allowed.
Like
It's time to call your mom. It's time to go home.
Yeah, it's time to stop. Like, your parents need to take away your computer. It's done. We're done.
We're giving you a watch that just says stop. A stopwatch, even. Okay, anyways.
I laughed, but it was so bad.
Thanks.
Yeah, you suck, whoever you are.
I can't tell if I want to give them my rose or
rip it away.
give them a limo exit, but it's all the people that's LA pulling a Pepe Sylvia about the whole Lauren B stuff.
What's
Tell
Pepe?
about it.
You're going to need to tell me what Pepe Sylvia is because this is kind of going over my head.
You've never seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I have, but it's been a while.
It's just is going through this whole conspiracy theory about some person named Pepe Sylvia, and then
Is this the one where he has the giant board and yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's exactly how the people in the sub are acting about this whole Lauren B
business.
Yeah. I will not
maybe you want to pick up the rose and give them hope, but then send them home. That's more accurate.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm enjoying that there's finally some drama in this season.
Right,
because the season itself is just kind of
normal.
It's okay. It's not wonderful. It's not awful, but this is the kind of drama I like to see. So just getting people talking, I'm excited about it.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah,
but they were getting really details because I don't know if I want to spoil.
Yeah, we'll talk. I think we'll talk about it more next week once we get more details. It feels like a better next week, but go ahead and give your sense.
They're just really digging deep into something that the things that they're digging just doesn't mean anything.
This is like
I want them to stop because it's annoying, but also I want them to keep going because it's a little entertaining.
Yeah, same.
In the college football subreddit, after the season every year, they do this flight tracking thing where they see this coach, his Instagram story or something like that shows him last sighted at this or headed towards this airport, and there's a flight going from here to here at this time. So therefore, he's getting hired by this thing, and the flight has landed, and he's meeting with them. Oh my god! It's that's what this is like, and it's like.
This time it's with the Spotify playlist.
Oh no.
I feel like people like to sleuth,
Messy
Spotify. They like to have something to investigate. So.
What the hell? You're not messing around.
What?
Messy Spotify conspiracies. Here are the links to Lauren's Spotify playlist.
This is not real. I refuse.
I'm totally in that thread. You should read what I wrote.
I'm reading.
I just sent them the link of the Pepe Sylvia gif.
Yeah, that is accurate. Oh my god, everything is this. Oh, I just don't understand. I have no horse in this, but it's hilarious.
Good times.
So
I feel like people just want some drama.
They do.
That's all it is. They just want some drama.
No kidding. Why do we watch
I want
this?
drama. That's what I want.
Yeah. The reason we watch this show is for some fun drama that we don't have to endure in our own lives. We can just watch about it.
It would be fine if the season went normally and it was a real love story, but the chances of that really happening are, I don't know, modest.
Also, it's boring.
Barring that, let's get some drama in here.
Yeah. There can still be a love story and it be exciting.
Yeah.
It could be, but, chances are higher for drama than there are for that. So.
Fair. And we love the drama. Mm-hmm. Who would have thunk it?
So, we have one more segment. And this is where we ask everybody here a contestant question. So you could pretend like you're on The Bachelor for a hot minute.
No.
Yeah. So this week's contestant question is new because last week's wasn't. This week's contestant question is guiltiest pleasure of any kind.
This show.
Okay.
Fair.
All right. So that's one. Flopnia, what's yours?
Oh god.
I think we can agree all of ours is probably the show as well.
It's
but
we're
picking.
I'm not guilty. I don't watch this show guiltily. I embrace it.
Oh, there you go.
There it is. Quick try. You got a guilty pleasure?
Or Flopnia.
Keep it PG. Or don't. I don't really care.
I don't know what mine is.
I would say...
I have lots of them.
Yeah. I'd say it's, every so often, I'll just, I'll make, brownies or cookies or something for us, and then, I'll, eat most of it and feel really guilty because...
And I'll eat, one piece.
She'll have, Q will have, one piece of the brownies, and I'll be like, oh, crap, they're all gone.
Cool.
Good time. That's that.
Okay, no, I actually figured out what my guilty pleasure.
All right, I'm ready.
I do listen to Big Time Rush.
Oh my god, that's a blast from the past.
Does anyone know what that is?
Yes, I do know what Big Time Rush is.
You're a music person, though.
No, this is not. I would hesitate to call this music.
What is it?
It's was it Big Time Rush? It was that Nickelodeon band, right?
Yes.
Wait,
I used
what?
to scan them when I was in, middle school and high school. Well, I still listen to them.
Wow, I'm proud of you.
I met them at a meet and greet at their concert.
Was this after my time?
Yes.
On Disney?
It was. They were on Nickelodeon.
I mean Nickelodeon, sorry.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, this is way after my time. I was a high school student.
I mean, I was probably a little a little bit too old. Just like slightly too old to like them, but like I still did.
I don't know. That's weird though, because my little sister is so much younger than me, so I feel like I should have seen them. I don't know.
This spawned the Victoria Justice spinoff, correct?
I mean, I feel like liking Big Time Rush was kind of the equivalent of liking One Direction, which a lot of girls my age did.
Oh yeah,
so,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Fair.
I don't feel as weird.
Yeah, a lot of adult women like One Direction though. So
Yep.
No big deal.
I mean, I don't have their albums, but I like everything that comes on the radio, so.
Yeah, there you go. I'd say they're a little bit more advanced / professional than Big Time Rush, though. Baby, you light up my world like nobody else. Okay, who didn't know they were in the room?
Like, just like listening to the music alone, it's pretty good. Like especially like Cold Windows Down. I think that's like the most like radio worthy song that they had.
I mean, to be fair, hopefully it is. They have a whole like
business
behind them.
They're on like, oh, we're always a band forever, but it's like they broke up.
Oh, dang.
Or reunion one day.
QO, what's your guilty pleasure?
Dang, I thought you were gonna forget about me.
Nope.
Guilty pleasure is I don't know. I guess maybe like I don't know if this really makes sense or counts, but like having days where I'm like on The Office and I'm just like treat yourself, and like the whole day I'm like, you know what, today is just a day where I'm just gonna treat myself, except for it's usually like weeks. Like I'll go months without doing anything and I'm super responsible and whatever, and then I'll have a whole week where I'm like, you know what, treat yourself, girl, and I'll just keep doing it. So that would be my guilty pleasure, I guess. Just a whole bunch of guiltiness wrapped into one
week.
Yeah, week. 1 week.
Word.
Been 1 week. All right.
Don't get me started. I can do the entire song.
Yeah, no. Okay.
All right. So thank you all for sticking around and listening to us rant for a little bit.
Yeah.
Next week we'll have people and talk about things. Be sure to subscribe to our Instagram, which is BacheloretteFan83, and our Twitter, which is Reddit Bachelor, because that makes sense. There was something else that I say, but I don't remember what it was. For BacheloretteFan83, Flopnia, Quick Dry, and Queen Overthrown, I am your quality host, saying have a good night, and thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.